Be humble to serve the Lord steadfastly. Be humble to serve the Lord steadfastly. One thing about serving the Lord is, which I talked about before, one thing about serving the Lord is there will be problems. Sometimes you're serving the Lord and others are bad-mouthing you. You agree? You're serving the Lord and some of those who also are trying to serve the Lord are bad-mouthing you. They're saying bad things about you. And you're supposed to be both serving the Lord. Poor choices. Understand? Number 3, misjudgment of situations. You understand misjudgment? We think we know what is best for us. We think we know what is best for us. Did you hear about the woman from Haiti who won the lotto? Mega Millions? She was part of a pool. And then now she's saying, no, this is separate. This is my own ticket only. This is not part of the pool.
Oh.
Yeah. They're only talking about $220 million. Wednesday, Matthew 26. You have the Bible verses there, so I don't have to say this. Remember the apostles were asking Jesus, when do you want us to prepare the dinner, the Last Supper? One of the 12, a traitor. Was Judas bad to begin with? You want to know a little secret from Judas?
No, he wasn't bad.
He was not bad. Judas was picked as one of the 12. You know when the problem started? Are you ready? This is from the church fathers. They were of the opinion that Judas started changing his attitude towards Jesus when Jesus was in Capernaum and he made a discourse on the bread of life. Remember the discourse on the bread of life? I am the bread of life. He who comes to me will not go hungry. Right? Eat my flesh and drink my blood, and you'll be raised up on the last day. And what happened? Many people who were following Jesus started walking away. This is hard saying, we cannot follow you anymore. And they walked away. But instead of Jesus stopping them, no, leave, I'm only kidding. You don't understand. No, he didn't say that. He let them go. He let them go. Instead, he turned to the 12. And what about you? Are you leaving me too? And that's when Peter said, to whom shall we go? You have the word of eternal life. You have no place else to go. And a lot of church fathers think that's the point, that's the tipping point, when Judas started not believing in Jesus as the Messiah. It's the opinion of the church fathers who are saints. It's not my opinion. The name Origen, the name Theophilus, even St. Augustine thinks, and of course Chrysostom. Now, so one of the 12, a traitor, he didn't really stand out as, in fact, he didn't walk away from Jesus. Judas didn't walk away from Jesus. He kept coming. He stayed as one of the apostles. Until, of course, the fateful day. Number 2, is it I? There's an inference to this question. Is it I? Is it I? Is it I? And what was the answer given?
He who dips his bread in my...
After he dips, what Jesus did, he got a piece of bread, dipped it, and gave it to Judas. Isn't that communion? Isn't that communion? Remember, during the Last Supper was the first Mass. And Judas left early. I haven't seen any of people here leaving early in the Mass at St. Peter's. Have you seen me? Now, this is the thing. That was the time. Remember when he cleansed the temple the second time? That's a tipping point for the Pharisees. They decided this is it. We can't tolerate this anymore. We have to put a stop on this man. He's so dangerous. Let's have him killed. That was the second cleansing of the temple. That's when they decided to have him killed. And the apostles knew it. The apostles knew it because they saw. They saw the reaction of the Pharisees, the Sadducees, when Jesus was weeping, turning the tables upside down, throwing the coins. The money changers were driven and whipped. There's the question that I put here. With my life on the line, will I betray Jesus? This is the point I want you to take. Is it I? Is it I? This is a very dangerous time. They were being hunted down by the Pharisees, by the temple guards, by the Jews. It's like, what would be a good situation here? Remember my story before? There was a mass, many people, and then this heavily armed men barged into the church with rifles and all weapons drawn, and the leader of the band says, "I'm counting up to 1 to 10. If you're still here and you think you're ready to die for your Jesus, we'll take care of that for you. 1, 2, 3. At the count of 3, people were rushing all exits here and here and there and the back, until very few were left. So, you few are ready to die for your Jesus? I said, yes. And then they laid down their arms and they silently walked away and they said, okay, Father, now you can continue the Mass. Now you have the real Christians present. Who can pass the test? Who can pass the test? That's a simple example. But when the situation becomes so dangerous, you watch movies. Remember those bad guys when they're together?